week ago, a Conway County sheriff's deputy was arrested and charged with grooming a child. I have more information about this charge and the circumstances that led to the charge. So let's get into it. We're talking about Joseph Dube. Joseph Dube was arrested whenever on March 22nd, 2025, Conway County asked for Arkansas State Police to come in and help investigate because they had received allegations that Deputy Dube had been grooming a 13-year-old child. Now, when Deputy Dube, Joseph Dube, found out about these allegations, he threatened to unalive himself. And another deputy found him at a creek or some sort of water area with a weapon to unalive himself. Now, that deputy was able to take the weapon away from Joseph Dube and place him under arrest so that he could be questioned as far as the allegations went. Now, these allegations came about after the parents of the 13-year-old found messages on the 13-year-old's phone, and then spoke to the 13-year-old about those messages. It seems that Joseph Dube allegedly had been having sexual conversations with the 13-year-old for quite some time. Those messages, those sexual messages, were not all there was, because Joseph Dube, according to the victim, had also been sexually involved with the 13-year-old and gone as far as intercourse. According to Arkansas State Police, Joseph Dube, when he was interviewed about these allegations, admitted that yes, for several months at the end of 2024, he had sent inappropriate text messages that were sexual in nature to the 13-year-old. He also admitted that he had been messaging this child for 3 years. 3 years, this man has been messaging this child. Now, to be clear here, Joseph Dube did not admit to having an inappropriate physical relationship with the victim. He just admitted to sending the inappropriate messages, which by themselves, yes, is a crime. It's a very serious crime. But he did not admit to having a physical relationship. That's where he drew the line on his confessions. When the victim was interviewed at the Child Advocacy Center, she said, yes, Joseph Dube had been sending her these inappropriate messages that were sexual in nature since around June, July of 2024. So at least 6 months there. And that there had been a physical relationship. They had intercourse, but intercourse came after several incidents of him inappropriately touching her and just, in general, grooming, making her okay with things, getting more and more, further down the line until it was intercourse. That's what I am taking from it. But Joseph Dube himself did not admit to having a physical relationship with the victim in the case. Now, I am not revealing the relationship between Joseph Dube and the victim. It's nobody's business who the victim was to Joseph Dube. It's nobody's business who the victim is, because she is just that, a victim, a child. Can you imagine being 10, 11, 12, 13 and having this man who is in a position of authority as a sheriff's deputy messaging you, grooming you for years? For years. This is absolutely a victim. Even if she had asked for it, she is 13 years old. 13. Can you look at a 13-year-old and say, yeah, that person needs to be having intercourse with a grown man? Because I definitely can't. Now, I will say this. I have had people message me telling me that Joseph Duke's family is allegedly backing him. I'm not surprised. I do want to say this, though. For me personally, I do want to have a little grace for the family. It is difficult. It's difficult on both sides. It's difficult. It would be difficult for me if I was the wife of someone that was accused of something so grotesque, so horrible. It would be difficult to be in that position because you don't want to believe that you're married to someone that has those capabilities. You don't want to believe that you married a monster. And I get that. But on the other hand, we believe children because the number of times when children make up allegations is so small. The percentage is so tiny where allegations are made up. These messages are in this child's phone. The parents of the child showed these messages to officers that were inappropriate in nature. Even if we want to sit here and say that Joseph Duke didn't admit to sending the messages himself, the messages are right there on the child's device. And how are you going to argue with that? That's what I have to say. So